All right, back here with the John Deere the 4020. On this right hand side, as you get off the tractor, is the battery box that swings out, and there's a large hydraulic line that I believe is the problem. So what I'm going to do is pull this steel plate off on top, and then we'll take a look to figure out which hydraulic line developed the hydraulic oil leak. All right, let me show you what I'm into. So it looks like it's right in here somewhere. This hydraulic line is leaking. In that previous video, I showed you the battery cable, how that's cracked out. You can take and cover that with a piece of garden hose, and that'll keep it from grounding out. Okay, back to the line. It's a steel line. It's running from right here, and if we follow it back, there's a clamp right here, and then it runs right back up to here. I took the cover off. There's a cover like this that was covering this, and this is your fill port for your hydraulic oil. This is your dipstick that gives you your fluid level for the transmission. So now I'm going to get that bolt taken out right here, and then loosen that line and then fish that outfit out of there. I may have to take some other lines loose to give me the wiggle room I need to get that out. Well, I got the line off, and I don't know if you can see it, but I believe this is the one that was years ago. It started to leak, and then I had somebody weld this spot right here, but it's leaking right here right now. So I guess I just need to contact John Deere and see about a whole new steel line. And that's what's happening, is it's rusting out, and I've had to replace some others that rusted, over time have rusted out, and replace it. I'll show you real quick what I had to do to get to it. Of course, I took the battery off, and it straddles, and you can lift the whole battery box, and then it fits down in these grooves with a couple of forks, and then it forks in there. A tie down bracket here and one right here. I loosened this bracket, and I'll have to fight to put it back into place. But that, if you step on that, that locks your rear end if one tire is spinning, and it locks them into place. So you can see how it's snaked up in here back to there. So I guess it's time to get on the computer, look it up, see if I can find the part number, and see about get one ordered. Thanks for tuning in. I am back from the John Deere dealership, and this piece of paper is the paper that I looked up online and come up with item number 10. And item number 10, it was the part number AR32344. They call it an oil line. It was $206.30. There's the sticker on the part with that part number, and get this out of the way. There it is in the package. I will use some paint thinner, clean it off, paint it John Deere green, and we'll get this thing installed, get this tractor back up so I can put it back to work. And see where I have left the tractor sitting just as I did. Well, something, no, shop tails on the floor. This seat on this tractor, we replaced it 3 or 4 years ago, but I didn't have this side shed where it's parked at now, so it was parked in the weather, and that's what weather will do to those seats. So I guess for birthday, Christmas, I'll ask for another seat to put on this tractor. So let me get that line painted and get this 4020 put back together. Finally made it to the John Deere dealership here in Clarksville, Tennessee. This is a steel line. I'll clean it up with some paint thinner before I start to paint it, and then I think what I'll do is hang it up with a wire. That way I can spray paint all around it. So I will get started on that right now. It's not too dirty. So I'll get a clean shop towel, wipe that paint thinner off. The high of today was supposed to be like 74 degrees, so it's not hot out here at all. Alright, I'll go inside the corn crib and see if I can find a length of wire. I'm looking up the hill there. It looks like the dogs have got a squirrel up in a tree. Okay, let's let that sit for a while, and then we will get it put on the tractor. It is all back together. It's kind of crazy how all of these lines run on this tractor. So from up front near the engine, that hooks in there. It goes down through the brake control here. Now there's some tie down brackets here right here. Now I loosened this one, and the two lines on the back. I'll go around and show you to be able to weave this line through here, from here, underneath all that, and to the front. Okay. And I loosened these two lines here. Check your pressure on them. I did not, and it sprayed hydraulic fluid everywhere when the pressure was released off of the mower, and it was to that cylinder. With the line off, if I would have lowered it anyway, I would have had leak somewhere. So now I'm going to put together the battery, the floor pan. I need to put the cover back on here. That's this cover right here. And then I will check back with you on another update. Well, this is a final wrap. We have the tractor all back together, and that's where you feel the fluid at. This is where you check it, and all I do is I use a long, this long funnel and get the whole thing in the picture. Ha! This funnel just for this tractor, for that. And your floor pan, well, let me do this and then I'll get this bucket of hydraulic fluid out of the way. So there was about 2.5 gallons in this bucket. I used a 303 tractor hydraulic fluid. I've had this bucket for a while. I've had a leaking problem. If you look back on the cylinder on the mower, and it's scratched up, and I finally put spacers in there to hold it at just the level that I need. So it had grit or something and chewed up the cylinder, and I really have not wanted to buy a new cylinder yet, but on the John Deere, this 4020, it sits perfectly for mowing at that level, so I don't worry about it. And yeah, the dogs are back at it. It's something else. So on the floor pan, these bolts to the front, they don't have a spacer, but it's like a long round socket that goes under these back two that hold the plate up off of everything. And let's see, so it took 2.5 gallons, and like I was showing you before when we got started, this is the dipstick, and it shows add or safe on it. So we're right where we need to be on that. And let's go to the other side. The battery box is in place. Then on the floor pan, it's the clutch spring that you see right there. Make sure that that's fastened back into place. And I'll start this thing. Remember from the last video, you turn the key on, the lights come on the dash. Just pull the knob down a little bit, because that's the kill switch. You would take and pull that knob and push it up. That will kill the engine on this tractor. And then it's got this start button. I just turned the key off and killed the engine. When I get finished, so tomorrow morning I'll go out and finish doing the rest of the mowing on the pasture for the cattle. And when I do that, I will find a shady spot to kick all of this seed and crap off of this. So if there's some bad noxious weeds in there, hopefully it's in a shady spot that they will not have a chance to grow. And this time of year, everything's dry, it makes a mess, and you can tell that. I will clean out these fins right here. These panels actually spring out, and then you've got your big air cleaner. It's on the other side, but very easy to clean this out. So anyway, thanks for tagging along, and let's see what kind of adventures we can get into next.